Oh, good morning, boys and girls. Here we are. Friends, lovers, children of all ages. You're in the kitchen. My name's Brian Loma. Good morning, Pikes Peak auditors, Michigan woodsmen. We are catching up with some news of the world today. But before I do, I want to share a link in the stream. This link right there is for the Pi cryptocurrency app, which is currently available on your cell phones. You can mine a cryptocurrency before it becomes public. Use the name Cut the Plastic to join my team and earn extra crypto. You'll get a free coin just for starting, and the mining period is, I don't know, within the next 6 months supposed to have, which means that people will be able to make less free money. So I want y'all to join on that. But for today's real news, we're going to go into the screen sharing mode. Many of you, if you've ever been in or worked with homeless services in Denver, Colorado, have heard of Father Woody's Haven of Hope. We're here to serve, not to judge. According to the Guide Star by Candid website, Candid at a Glance, they've got the 2019 Gold Seal of Transparency. Their mission is to provide food, shelter, clothing, counseling, rehabilitation, and hygienic services to the homeless and less fortunate. They have an executive director, Brian Willie. They're located at 1101 West 7th Avenue, just off of the kind of between the 6th and 7th Avenue bridges. 6th Avenue going all the way to Golden, 7th just kind of skipping over the interstate in downtown Denver to get to the west side. And they have lots of programs and services. In this website, it says 5,700 plus individuals experiencing homelessness in the 2019 Point of Time survey. 43% of Metro Denver residents reporting having family or friends who have experienced homelessness in some shape or form. Well, and again, this is just one of many websites kind of going into how they serve over 800 meals a day. And Father Woody's is the only place where clients can take a private shower, one of the few places where laundry services are offered free of charge. And again, all of this was pre-COVID, so we now have hotels that the city is looking at investing in. Over $30 million is spent this year in Denver, putting people off the streets and into housing in the middle of a pandemic, jobs, housing crisis, all of these things. It's going to be the legacy of Michael Mayer Hancock that he did not ensure that a regional plan was developed under his leadership to solve the issue of homelessness in the metro area. So on average, here's where we want to get into this. Father Woody's Haven of Hope J. Gold Center provides the following services to people experiencing homelessness each month: 11,500 meals, 1,320 showers, 149 loads of laundry, 100 pairs of shoes, 5 sleeping bags, 10 backpacks, 2,000 items of clothing, 30 Medicare services, 383 dental, vision, or mental health appointments. That's the population served. And I can go from tab to tab, sharing lots of stories about Father Woody's. Right? Here's another one that I wanted you to see. This was last year, a little video.
Christmas celebration. The Father Woody Christmas party provides meals and gifts for as many as 2,500 men, women, and children in need in Denver.
Brian?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's a way to serve the homeless and less fortunate, and a way to honor Father Woody, who passed many years ago.
He was my parish priest
And he started this Christmas party for the poor 39 years ago.
Volunteers and donors have kept the tradition alive for decades. There are 200 volunteers helping.
Mostly we're giving them a place to come in from the cold, to be welcomed in the way that he would want us to do it, feel the love and joy of Christmas.
Santa and Mrs. Claus are on hand, each person here receiving a personalized gift to take home and put under the tree.
It's great to see a child with a gift.
Father Chris Uhle is the pastor at Holy Ghost Parish, the parish where Father Woody started this tradition, and he is glad to keep it going.
The need is still there. And so we remember Father Woody and kind of honor his memory by doing this and continuing this beautiful party every December. God blesses all of us.
Well, friends, the sad news is that we learned yesterday into this morning that we will no longer be remembering Father Woody in such exciting and amazing ways. And the reason is, here in the Colorado Sun, let's see if we can still read this, 52 Catholic priests in Colorado, including iconic Father Woody, have been implicated in abusing 212 victims, a further investigation finds. So what happened, you can read this story by Jesse Paul, or there's a whole bunch of them out there. But our Attorney General, Phil Weiser, did an investigation in partnership with the Catholic Church. Now, this was a non-criminal process. This non-criminal process examined the allegations, the actual and factual assaults, and determined who were and who were not. And yes, Eric Brandt Show, good morning, and thank you for being here. Jesse Paris, One Hot Gal, Rich Murdoch, and others. This is exactly why we're going to go back into that split screen mode here that you can see with me. There we go. I guess I'll shrink myself. There we go. 3 of the dioceses includes allegations against the guy who founded Charles Woodrich, who founded a homeless shelter and was called Denver's patron saint of the poor. And there's Jennifer Brown, who also shared in this. So let's watch a brief here. We'll probably get an ad real quick, but let's hope not.
Program that was announced with the Catholic Church last year, and this is the supplemental report. He'll be discussing it. As you know, Attorney General.
God, this is quiet.
At the end of his remarks, if you want to ask questions, or you can put those in the chat, and we'll get to as many of them as we possibly can. So thank you.
So there's this 31-minute interview. I'm not going to play the whole thing because that would be ridiculous right now. I don't have time for that.
Lawrence. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this virtual press conference.
So there's a virtual press conference available. Things have been changed. It's now called the Haven of Hope. And here's another one. Let's see what we got here. So it was Father Woody's Haven of Hope. Now it's just Haven of Hope. So there's some details about it. It's now called Haven of Hope. There we go. That's what I was looking to share with you. So this is the Spot-tastic news this morning. La Luz, Eric Brandt. Your contribution does matter. And this is the Haven of Hope, J. Guild Center. You can donate a car. And see, they're still got to update the pages because it says the mission of Father Woody's. but we're no longer calling. Oh, look at that. The homepage. This is brand new. You're experiencing our research, our efforts as they occur. And you can see that if it says Father Woody's, that page is under construction. We'll be changing our story here for a little bit. Sorry, I'm cooking breakfast if you didn't know. Lunch too. Eric knows about that. So does Pikes. Anyway, the facility is still open. It's still running. It's still got some things to discern, like whether their trespass orders as Father Woody's are still applicable as Haven of Hope. I posted a tweet earlier today so that you guys who don't know what I'm laughing about, in a tweet that I shared, and hello Unsub, and everybody else that's in here, Frank and Himwich, in a tweet that I shared earlier this morning, I showed a video of service workers standing in a circle talking about who they're going to take care of. And maybe I'll go to that real quick. So in my talking about it, when we do homeless sweeps, they go out, they put up a sign. It says, 7 days from now, you're all going to be thrown away, right? And that sucks. It's really not a good place to be. But one of the complaints that I've made over and over again in the homeless services process is... is the fact that I get distracted by my Twitter feed. Is the fact that when you go into these places and you want to place people, you want to get them in housing, you want to get them to pack their stuff and move, you're not effective if you are... if you're doing it after you throw people's stuff away. So I'm going to show you a couple of images here, and that'll help explain some things. Let's switch the screen we're sharing. We're going to stop sharing this screen. Sorry, folks. These things take time. We're going to go back here, share a screen, come over here. This one, go there, and then I'm going to expand this. So these people, I'm going to pause this because it's just a review over and over. You've got the... there's a sergeant police officer here that orange-haired, I want to say Wilson, usually works with the homeless. You've got, that's on the far right-hand side. There's the pointer to show that. This woman's with the homeless services. This one's with the homeless services. That's the city's chief of staff and the mayor's chief of staff. And that's I believe, a health inspector. And they're all standing around and they're talking after the fact to the construction that goes on in the scene, in the zone there where people are hanging out. And what should really be happening, folks, is that you get services. You get the services people to show up before the garbage man comes in, right? So they go down the line. Each and every person is outside. Oh, look, Eric Brandt has a state trooper call up, but I don't want to see that. I want to see my own channel. I want to show you one more thing before I leave this day open to you and the work that you'll do. and that is to see why Denver's process isn't effective right now. So you have 300 people hanging out in an encampment. They're living, they're going to work, they're surviving, people dropping off clothes and food. There's no garbage trucks coming by to haul off waste. There's no water supply. People are dropping off water tanks, and they're organizing these things. And then the city comes in, they put up signs. We're going to throw everything away, right? And while we're going to throw everything away, we're going to displace you. We're going to take all your stuff away. YouTube's not loading on my channel right now. And what I was hoping to do was show you the crane work, some of the videos, and you can go back and watch them on my channel. But basically, if the cranes and trucks come in, they move everybody that's there to move people out, and they move them out, and they get in conflicts and fights. They put up these fences, and then they come in with garbage trucks and they haul everything away. And then they say afterwards, well, her stuff's been all thrown away. We might not even have IDs. We might not even have birth certificates, medications, all that stuff. And then we have this woman standing here with a broken back. Or we have somebody who's got a job. Or we have somebody that we just hauled off to jail. 4 people, by the way, got hauled off to jail that were unhoused that said, I'm not moving. Right? So they took him to jail. And then they grabbed a crane, and they threw it all in the back of a garbage truck, and they took it to the landfill. Right? So sweep the politicians, not the trash. Eric, I don't know why you're not a mod, but I'm on StreamYard, so I can't do anything about it right now. Or maybe you are and I can't see it from here. So those are the things that you need to know about, right? This morning, Father Woody's got changed. He's a man for the people, but not for the boys. He was for the boys. And that's the problem, right? So his name, his legacy, the patron saint of the homeless. It's sad. It's sad, but this is the Catholic. This is the results. If you really want to know, my opinion is that this is the results of a misogynistic culture of colonial domineering. Right? Reality is that the Catholic Church forced men to not have a sexual relationship with their body or to normalize things. They said all of this was sin and darkness, and then they perpetrated it out, right? Throughout the generations, I'm sure. There are Catholics that have, I think it's the Greek Catholic Church, they have wives. So, sex and reproduction and all that stuff should be normalized, right? But that's why they took Mary Magdalene out of the story, allegedly. You can look it up, all the Gnostics and all that. We're not going down that train. What we are going to do... no, you don't need to whack anybody. I just couldn't see those things on my screen. What we want to tell you, again, just a quick recap, is that you should go to Pi. Use Cut the Plastic. Get some free pie. Start mining before it's too late. If you're in the Denver metro area, come out to the Whittier Cafe on Saturday. Buy some masks or go online. You can click the link in the feed. Buy some masks. Help fund us. We are not getting unemployment checks or any of that jazz for the year 2020. We're patron supported. And Father Woody's. The man, the legacy, it wasn't all myth. A lot of great things are still happening because a human being who was human hid their lifestyle, made mistakes, whatever it is, definitely sexually assaulted and violated human beings. It's a tarnished legacy. But in that religious binding, property control. Yeah. The poor, the people who had families and mouths to feed, they didn't own property. They just worked to survive, right? But remember, the Catholic Church had a history always of the patronage, right? The place where you live at the church, you live at the property, the housing was always covered. Oh, by the way, I'm making a mango salsa potato dish for food, and I'm due to leave for work today. It's about 25 degrees outside. And it's good to see you, Jody Abbott. You never know when we're going to be live and what we're going to do. Glad you're here, Robert Landers, Robert Goss. I hope I'm saying that last name right. And everybody else that's here hanging out. So we're back onto the real world. And this happened recently in Denver. And we got to remember that Eric Grant will teach us that there's a reason we stop naming buildings after people until after their legacy has been exposed, after they're dead. Webb being a reason as well. So it's interesting, though, that Father Woody was also over the downtown church that was built by a woman. And the first female publisher of a newspaper, and I cannot remember her name. Molly Brown, maybe? No, not Molly Brown. My buddy Michael will be upset that I don't remember it. Do a little research. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going. Gotta stay on the work mode. Hope you all have a good day. Stay safe. Stay warm. If you're in the Denver metro area, stay vigilant. Mutual aid is needed out there on this cold, freezing day. People need sleeping bags, food, their feet checked, socks, shoes, little campfires, all that jazz. 31,207 is the new number that we want you all to focus on. And I'm going to make sure that you all get that link as well. The state of homelessness is the report that's been released. Here is the link. We want to make sure that you have that. 31,207. Denver Metro, 6 county, I think it is. Residents counted as unhoused, including half a year of COVID. That's the great news of the day. Go out, be vigilant, do work. Helen Bonfils, thank you very much. Look her up. There's a big history behind Helen, including a play that my buddy wrote. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. Oh, can I do this one too? Cash App / $. Cut the plastic. 6 Estate AZ, good morning. I think that Cash App link should work to send you to me. If you want to kick a couple bucks in. When I get a new phone, I'll be able to access that phone number, and there'll be a little bit of money to help me cover things. Righty. Thank you much, folks. Love and appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Newfie. Don't forget to say hi to you, too.